Today we're going to see if you really know the Fender Telecaster. So let's check out 5 things you may not know about this great guitar. Number 1. The first guitar that Fender put in production was called the Fender Esquire. It looked a lot like a Telecaster, had a maple fretboard, but it was missing the neck pickup and it didn't have a truss rod. Now, that unit did not do very well. In fact, less than 50 were made because of the fact that it had neck issues. So Leo created the Broadcaster. It looks a lot like the Telecaster today. But they received a telegram from Gretsch's attorney stating that they own the name Broadcaster for their drums and their banjos. So Leo Fender, not wanting to deal with the lawsuit, went ahead and changed the name. Changing the name, they basically just took a scissors and cut off the decal that said Broadcaster, calling it the Fender, referred to now known as the Nocaster. Shortly thereafter, they came with the name the Telecaster. Number 2. When we think Les Pauls, a lot of us think of Jimmy Page. But he was a famous Telecaster user as well, especially in the early days. A lot of the early albums used a Telecaster. In fact, the solo for Stairway to Heaven is a Telecaster. Number 3. The Telecaster is the first commercially successful solid body mass-produced electric guitar. I mean, sure, Univox and companies like that had started the process and started doing things like this, but Fender was the first one to be successful. But one of the most interesting things about the Telecaster is it was the first guitar to ever use the concept of winding 2 different output pickups. The bridge is higher output than the neck. This design actually became a standard now in almost all guitar practices, and later in Gibson's history, they actually switched over to this idea too, making the bridge higher output than the neck. Number 4. One of the most controversial points of the Telecaster is the bridge. It originally came with 3 brass saddles, like you can see here, and the issue is, of course, that a lot of players believe that this cannot be intonated correctly. The Telecaster, although it hasn't actually changed very much other than the rosewood fretboard being added in late 1959, has been almost the same guitar since its inception, except for the bridge. Let's check out a montage of all the bridges you can get now for your Fender Telecaster, especially ones over the years. Number 5. The original cover put on the Telecaster's bridge served a purpose. It was to cover the pickup and increase the field. Now, players didn't take to it, not only because it was awkward, but also because it stopped a lot of them from putting their palm on the strings for muting effects, or to dampen the strings. This bridge cover, like you see right here, was taken off a lot and used to put out the musicians' cigarettes. And then the slang term, the ashtray cover, became popular. Well, I hope that was fun. I enjoyed doing it, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. Did you know some of these things? Did you know all of these things? Put that in the comments. I'm always interested to see what other guitar players knew and didn't know. And other guitar players are interested as well as seeing, you know, what other cool facts about the Telecaster are out there. It's obviously an instrument that's been around for a long time, and it's got a lot of history and a lot of cool things about it. I even had on this one, there were so many things I thought about even doing a longer video, but I wanted to keep it simple and fun. As always, if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, please hit the subscription button down below. If you like the videos, hit thumbs up, and of course, leave comments because we all enjoy reading about what other guitar players are thinking, experienced, and seeing out there. I want to thank you for your time and know your gear.